He went about stealing, and he was holding my handbag like a souvenir and was going about stealing. So they caught him and they shot him on the foot. He was in the pool of his blood. In fact, in that community, the video went round. He was in the pool of his blood holding my handbag with everything inside.
Thunder Elroy! Shout Elroy! What our God cannot do! Give the Lord a shout!
Hallelujah! Church, what God cannot do. Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist. My name is Vera Udeme, and I count it a rare privilege standing on this exalted altar to testify to the greatness and the goodness of God. Hallelujah. This testimony started in 2024, and Papa, I'm sorry I did not come to testify all this while. In 2024, October to be precise, on the 3rd, I am a baker. I bake things and I go out to supply. So as I was busy supplying, I finished and I came back home prepping the things for the next production day. Around 10:30 in the night, I said, okay, let me go and take my bath. And while I was in the bedroom, I was hearing sounds outside, but I just thought it was my neighbor. So I decided to continue. I just continued. Not up to 10 minutes, I came into the living room. I noticed that my curtains were not the way I kept them. The first thing that came to my mind, because 2024 was a very tough year for me. It was a year I was walking like an elephant and eating like an ant. So when I checked on top of the bed and I did not see those things. My phone, my bag, my sales, everything. My ID card, my ATM card, my car key, everything was on the bed. I didn't see them. The first thing that came out of my mouth was, oh, God, forgive me. I said, God, so you could not save me, deliver my things. You could not protect my things with all the stress I am passing through. I was just crying. I came out of the house. And then I saw a lot of people outside. What was happening? That this particular thief that came to my place to steal had already gone to other houses and took their phones, power banks, a lot of things, and left. That night I cried my eyes out because that phone was like a medium where I communicate with my clients. That night I slept off. The next day was Wednesday. Something just told me, come to church. I said, okay, today I'm going to see Papa. I'm going to see Pastor Jerry today. So I just came to it was almost finished. I came to the door there. I said, I must see Papa today. Immediately Papa came outside. I said, Papa, help me. Oh, Jim Nonu. That is in Igbo. Something hooked me for neck. I couldn't see Papa. Thank God for brethren. They now told me, come to the altar. Because I was devastated. Come to the altar and pray. After I just came to the altar, laid down and I prayed and I went back. After I crossed that gate, that's where the miracle started. The first thing that happened was that God granted me favor with men. People that I ordinarily wouldn't have helped me. They just said, Vera, come, send me your account number. And before you knew what was happening, I had more than enough to get an upgraded phone. I thank God. When I now went back home, I forgot. First of all, I went to the police to make a report. 4 days later, the police called me, Madam, that they saw that they've caught the thief, that he went about stealing and he was holding my handbag like a souvenir and was going about stealing. So they caught him and they shot him on the foot. He was in the pool of his blood. In fact, in that community, the video went round. He was in the pool of his blood holding my handbag with everything inside. It was later I found out that he had already sold all the other phones and things he stole that day and other days. But my own, he held it and was going up and down with it, up and down. So the vigilante now caught, when they took him to the hospital, they took that bag with my things intact inside. Now that vigilante took that phone again and sold it to another person in another village. Eroi said, this is my daughter's property, though. Eroi now made them with a JTF. Imagine, with a JTF. They now traced my phone to that village, that community again, and retrieved it back and called me and said, Madam, come and pick your property. So of all the whole people that the guy stole the thing from, it was only my property that everything was intact. Nothing missing, nothing broken.
Streams of joy, thunder, nothing missing, nothing broken. Give the Lord a shout.
I came back and I said, God, forgive me. But Papa, I forgot. All this why I forgot, because number one, I was angry that, I was shouting. Then this year, when we're crossing over, something just told me, I know it's the Spirit of God, come and cross over with your brethren. It was already late, so I connected online. And since that day, I now told myself, if this is the third year of Eroi, if you want me to be in this assembly, there's this thing that has been disturbing me for 3 good years. Help me and deliver me out of it. Brethren, I've been suffering from what they call athlete foot. For 3 years, I spent a lot of money. That's how my leg has been for 3 good years. Despite medication, I spent a lot of money putting medication on that leg for where? Then I slept off. After I crossed over, I slept off. I now heard a voice that told me, fire is the solution. When I woke up, I said, this fire that Papa is always saying, fire, 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 fire. Okay, it's like I will do fire therapy. But before then, let me go and know the real name of this athlete food. And I googled and I saw it was called Nsppd. And I said, okay, now we start. When Papa started calling names of sicknesses and say, Satan, you are a liar. Fire, fire. Me, I will say, Nsppd. Satan, you are a liar. I curse you to your root. Fire, 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 fire. I stopped putting all those medication. Morning, I will apply fire therapy to it. Afternoon, night, everything. But before, I won't be able to stay without putting medicine on that leg. I did that for 3 days. 3 days, and behold, I don't know whether the media will show you the next picture. 3 days, everything finished. This is my leg. Everything just cleared off. In fact, what God cannot do does not exist. And this kind of thing happened to my mom. My mom suffered a lot with this thing. For 3 years, despite the medication, all the things, the money I spent for this leg, he didn't want to answer until fire therapy. Every morning, afternoon, evening, anytime I'm just sitting down, I will put it, Nsppd, you are a liar. I curse you to your root. Fire, 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 fire. In fact, that fire, anytime people is saying fire, please add more pressure and be saying the fire. There is power in that fire. Hallelujah. What God cannot do, I am whole. Hallelujah.
Streams of joy, can we turn that fire 3 times? Fire, fire, fire. What our God cannot do, we the